Hello everyone, this is Mrs Pillay with the second maths lesson for the week. We're looking at statistics this week, and today we are going to be looking at bar graphs. So what is a bar graph? A bar graph shows information by using rectangular bars of different heights or lengths. It has a vertical and a horizontal axis and contains information about something which is being investigated. These bars can be either horizontal or vertical with numbers on one axis and what is being investigated on the other. If I look at the first bar graph over on this side, this is bars in a vertical orientation. We can see that 3 children chose red, 5 chose blue, 2 chose green, and 2 children chose black. And if we look at the bar graph on the right hand side, we can see that this shows bars in a horizontal orientation. We can read the bar graph to see that 5 children chose apples, 3 chose bananas, 2 chose grapes, 4 chose oranges, 1 chose pears, and 4 children chose strawberries. Now, you'd be familiar with the tally chart I've got on this screen. We have previously looked at a group of children's favorite flavors of ice cream when we did tally charts. And today we are going to look at how that same information looks in a bar graph. So when I look at both of these, we can see that one child chose lemon flavor, 12 chose chocolate, 9 chose vanilla, 3 chose mint, 5 chose strawberry, and no children chose coffee. Now, I wonder, which one do you think is easier to read the information from? Would it be easier to read the bar chart because it's got numbers? Or would you find it easier looking at the tally chart because you can count up quickly in 5s? Have a think about that and you can make your decision. Now we're going to look at the bar graph and answer questions about it. Remember the vocabulary we used before? You must see the same vocabulary here so you will know what to do. My first question about the bar graph, what type of pets that children prefer, is what is the most popular pet? And if I look at my bar graph here, I can see the longest column, the tallest column, is fish. And if I look across, I can see that 8 children preferred fish, and that is the most popular pet. Number 2, what is the least popular? So the least number of children chose this pet. And again, if I look at my bar graph, I look at the shortest column and I can see that it is a hamster. Number 3, how many children owned a cat? So what I need to look at is look at cats, go up to the top of the column and go across to the number and I can see that 3 children preferred cats. Number 4, we come to this question that we've asked before. How many more children own a rabbit than a hamster? So I need to look at how many children own a rabbit, and I can see that's 4, and I know that 2 own a hamster. So the question, how many more, is telling me to take away. So I'm going to say 4 take away 2, and that means 2 more children own a rabbit than a hamster. Number 5, which pet is owned by 5 children? So for the answer for this, I need to go to 5 and I go across and see which column reaches that line. And I can see that it is dogs. Number 6, how many pets are owned all together? Again, we've got all together, which means, what do you think it means? We need to count them all together, all the children on the graph. And we see that there are 22 pets owned by 22 children. Now let us look at another bar graph. What do you notice about the numbers on it? It's not going up in 1s, it is going up in 2s. So now when we read the information, we must be very careful, especially when reading the numbers in between the given numbers. If we look at this bar graph, we can see that 7 children chose blue as their favorite color, 8 children chose red, 5 chose green, 9 chose yellow, and 6 chose pink. Now you will see that I've drawn the in-between lines, but on some bar graphs, you may need to use a ruler as a guide to read the numbers accurately. Sometimes the numbers will go up in 2s, in 5s, or even in 10s, so you need to look really closely at it before answering the questions. So in the first one, right on the left-hand side, this bar graph is going up in 2s. Which is the most popular snack? And how many people chose that snack? Can you read the missing number in between? I can see that fruit is the most popular snack. And if I look at, we've got 8 and 10, and we've got a number that's in between, and we can see that it's 9 people that chose fruit as their favorite snack. In the next one, we've got the bar graph going up in 5s. Which is the most popular fruit? And how many people voted for this? Now you may want to take a ruler and just put it straight across on the screen so that you can see which one is the most popular and think about how many people there might be. So we can see that the most popular fruit is blueberries. And when we use our ruler to go across, we can see that there's 40 people that voted for this fruit. In the last bar graph on this sheet, the bar graph is going up in 10s. Fruit has the highest fruit sales. And how many of that fruit did they sell? Again, use your ruler if you think that's going to help you. So I can see that bananas has the tallest column, so that means that's got the highest fruit sales. And how many fruit did they sell? We go across from bananas, the top of the bananas column, to the numbers, and we can see that 60 bananas were sold. Now let us look at how we can draw our own bar graph. This is information about animals in the zoo. We are going to have the zookeeper count how many of each animal he has at the zoo. We need to see how many of each animal there is and then complete each column in the bar graph. So the first one is lions. How many did you count? Did you get 6? How many elephants have you counted? I know I can see 2, which is why I fold in 2. Now count how many penguins there are. I can see 4 penguins. Did you get 4? Let's see what's the next animal. It's pandas. Now count how many pandas there are. How many can you see? I've counted 3 pandas and I put it onto my bar chart. Now count how many tigers. Have you finished? Let's check. I've counted 5. How many zebras can you see? How many are there? Did you count 2? Let's count the last animal that we've got there, which is the parrots that are in the zoo. Really easy to spot because they're such brightly colored birds. And I've got 2. I hope you got the same number that I found. Now that we have completed our bar graph, we can read the information on it much more easily. We can see that there were more lions than any other animal at the zoo. We can also see that there are 2 elephants, 2 parrots, and 2 zebras. What questions could you make up about this bar graph? Write down your questions, then ask someone to answer the questions with you. When you work with bar graphs, remember to look at the numbers carefully. And then also think about the vocabulary and what it is asking you to do. Maybe now you could draw your own bar graph by collecting information from your family members and then drawing your bar graph. Then think about what questions you could ask about it. I hope you now have a better understanding of bar graphs, so you're easily able to complete your work. Till next time, take care and keep safe.